What's up? What's the Weatherman here with a brand new video for you guys, and we're just going to be doing a little box review for you guys. It's going to be me for a little bit, and then you're going to be hearing Undead for a little bit. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Make sure you watch my last video, which was flight control TGs. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'm going to jump right into this. So for starters, we've got Preparation of Rites right here, which is really dope for our ritual decks. You can add one level 7 or lower ritual monster from your deck to your hand, then add one ritual spell from your graveyard to your hand. That is really dope, and this is honestly going to be even better in the future. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Decks like Dark Magician and stuff like that, which obviously it's no reason to mention it now because it's not going to happen. But yes, in the future, this card is going to be even better. So next, we've got some Monarch support, which is really dope. We've got Ether, the Heavenly Monarch. You can tribute summon this card by tributing one tribute summon monster. If this card is tribute summon, you can send 2 Monarch spell trap from your hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you do special summon one monster with 2400 or more attack and 1000 defense from your deck, which is a lot of the Monarchs in the deck. So this is pretty nice. It also says immediately after this effect resolves, you can quick effect tribute summon this card to the field. So that is pretty nice, Next, we've got Adea. I don't even know how to say it, not gonna lie. We've got the Heavenly Squire up in here. And when this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon a monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense from your deck and defense position, except for itself. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one banished Monarch spell trap card and add it to your hand. This is really dope for Monarchs. Monarchs are honestly about to be really playable. They also have a skill for consistency too. So that's really dope. This is going to be really cool for Monarchs in the future. Monarch may be a pain in our sides, honestly, potentially, just to see, you know, what could happen in the future. So next, we've got Destiny Hero Dystopia. You know, if you're feeling like me, you probably feel like, why are we giving heroes more support? Why? I just don't understand it. You have a lot of stuff. Is it just the hero players spend a lot of money, bro? I don't know at this point. But regardless, Dystopia is really dope. Because of the skill, this is going to be played in pretty much pure Destiny heroes, but this is a really dope card. If this card is special summon, you can target a level 4 or lower Destiny hero monster in your graveyard and then inflict damage to your opponent equal to half that target's attack. Then, if this card's current attack is different from its original attack, you can quick effect target one card on the field and destroy it, and if you do, this card's attack becomes equal to the card's original attack. So that's really dope. This is going to be a quick effect pop of any card on the field. Really dope, and I believe the skill will also make its attack higher than its original attack, so you don't even have to do anything to have this as a quick effect. So this is really dope too. This right here is pretty much just going to be a super poly target. Must be either fusion summoned or special summoned from your extra deck by tributing the above cards you control, in which case you do not need to use polymerization. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. When an attack is declared involving this card and an opponent's link monster, you can banish one link monster with the same link rating as the monster from your field or graveyard, destroy that opponent's monster, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half its original attack. So like I said, this will pretty much just be a super poly target, but you know, has pretty decent effects. Next, we've got some Arm Dragon support. This right here is a quick effect, so they've got a new little disruption for the archetype. That's pretty cool. If this card is special summoned by the effect of an Arm Dragon monster, it gains effects based on its own attack. +1, this card's name becomes Arm Dragon level 10. +10, the possession of this card cannot switch. +100, cannot be destroyed by battle. +1000, once per turn during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one other card on the field and destroy it, and if you do, this card gains 1000 attack. If +10,000, once per turn, you can destroy all other cards on the field. So that is pretty nice. This is going to be pretty cool for the archetype, and the archetype shouldn't be very expensive, so this may actually be a pretty free-to-play deck. So we will see in the future. We will see. Got Arm Dragon Thunder level 3 here. This card's name becomes level 3 while on the field or in the graveyard, and we can use each of the following effects once per turn. You can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, send this card to the field, send this card from the field to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon a level 4 or lower Arm Dragon. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a dragon monster's effect, you can draw one card. So pretty nice. We've also got Ursartic here, which is pretty cool. Undead will be going more in depth, you know, well, talking more about the archetypes as well after this, but this right here is pretty cool. You can discard one card and add 2 Ursartic monsters from your deck to your hand. And if you attribute monsters to activate an Ursartic monster effect, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So that's pretty nice. You can only use each effect once per turn and hard once per turn. Then we've got Crackdown from the selection box, which thank you for giving it to us in a regular box so we can get it here. I hate going through selection boxes, to be honest with you. I just hate having to spend money. I'd rather save up my gems. We've got some more Monarch support here in Karaz, the Light Monarch, which is pretty cool. If this card is normal or special summon, we can target up to 2 cards on the field and destroy it. If we do, each player can draw 1 card for each of the cards they control that was destroyed by this effect, and you cannot attack during the turn this card is normal or special summon. So pretty cool. More support for Monarchs. We've also got some more support for Necros here and Colossus right here, so that's pretty cool. It has a quick effect to target a face-up monster on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck. Until the end of this turn, that target's attack becomes 0 and its effects are negated. You can also discard it to search for a Necro spell trap from your deck, so that's also pretty cool. And you can ritual summon this card using any Necros ritual spell, so obviously there. So we've also got Extra Hero Wander Driver. I won't really talk about it that much because it's not really going to be used at the moment, but in the future, this is really dope. This is actually big. You'll be able to reset your mass change and stuff. If we potentially get Law in the game and stuff like that, that'll be really dope. So maybe this card will see a little bit of play, but I do expect it to see a lot more play in the future, and maybe not that much right now. We've got some more support from Magistus here in an Xyz. We can detach a material from this card and special summon a Magistus from the deck, and then we cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Magistus monsters. And while this card is equipped to a monster, you can target an effect monster your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of this turn. So that's pretty cool too. You can only use each effect once per turn, and it's a hard once per turn, but this is going to be really dope support for Magistus, so that is really nice as well. We've also got some more support for Asartic here in a Synchro. This right here is a negate. Pretty much what this card says is it cannot be Synchro summoned, must be special summoned from your extra deck by sending 2 monsters you control with a level difference of 7 to the graveyard. So it'll negate the effects of face-up monsters without a level on the field that were special summoned from the extra deck. So we're pretty much talking about extra deck monsters that were Xyz monsters or Link monsters. So that's pretty nice, and it'll negate any future monsters that you summon. So if you summon another Xyz, it will also be negated. You summon another Link, it will also be negated. If your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, we can also add a card from our archetype from our deck to our hand. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool too. We've also got some more support here in a spell. So that's pretty dope here. Pretty good. We've also got Lightning Chidori, which was in a selection box. Pretty good to have this here. So you just need 2 wind monsters, and you can target a set card on the field and destroy it. Once per turn, we can detach 1 Xyz material and target a face-up card. Face-up card our opponent controls and return that target to the top of the deck. So that's pretty cool. We've also got Dark Arm Dragon here, who is also in a selection box, who is limited to 3. So that's pretty nice. Cannot be normal summon / set. Must be special summon from your hand by having 3 dark monsters in grave. You can banish 1 dark monster from grave, target a card on the field, and destroy that target. So that's pretty nice there. That is pretty cool. We do have a little bit more support here. We've got some support for Water and Atlanteans and Deep Sea Aria. You can banish a water monster from your graveyard and add 1 level 4 or lower Sea Serpent monster from your deck to your hand, and you can only activate this a hard once per turn. What level 4 or lower Sea Serpent may we be searching for? It'll be Deep Sea Diva, so that's pretty cool. Maybe even Screw Serpent, potentially. I don't know. Probably not. It'll probably be Bricky, but you will be searching for Deep Sea Diva. So that's pretty nice support for Water and Atlanteans. We've also got some more support here for Water and Atlanteans in a Synchro, a level 5 Synchro. Once per turn, quick effect, you can discard a level 4 or lower water monster. This card gains 800 attack to the end of this turn. If this Synchro summon card is sent to the graveyard, we can target 1 level 5 or higher water monster in our graveyard, except itself, and special summon it in defense position. Also, we cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except water monsters. So that's pretty nice. That is also a hard once per turn. So that's pretty much on my end. That's all I've got to say to you. I appreciate you guys listening to me. I'm about to send you off to Undead. See ya. Weatherman signing out.
So guys, this box gives a lot of bonkers stuff for us all to look forward to. The big things I'm thinking are D-Heroes, Monarchs, Arctic, Arm Dragon, Thunder, and Necros. Necros has actually been pretty decent since Trishula came out, but now that we have Necros Glossalus to search the archetype spells and traps, we're going to be able to get in there much more consistently, as if you needed any more consistency. Here are all the Necros traps, by the way. The deck might still need a bit more to be top tier though, because it won't have the best matchups against decks that can put up a monster negate, because they need their survival play to not get negated. I could be wrong though. we are going to test it out to find out for sure. Monarchs actually have a lot of their good stuff in the game already, and really all they were waiting for were the cards that came in this box for the most part. There's some cards missing, but they're going to have a much better game plan now. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how good they can get. They even have inherent survivability because of their traps, so that's pretty cool too. And the skill giving them even more consistency and follow-up is going to make this deck so insane. But again, we can't be certain until we have actually tried it, so stay tuned for our Monarch video. We're pretty excited for it. Earth Arctic is actually pretty insane. Some of you may or may not know this archetype from the TCG or Master Duel. They're kind of like the Dark Synchro Summon mechanic from the 5Ds anime, but in real life, in that they can Synchro Summon by minusing levels instead of adding them together. The deck is pretty damn consistent, and it's got a cute little bear as its mascot. Honestly, I feel like this deck has the highest chance of breaking into the meta out of everything else in this box. I don't know how the rest of the community feels about this, but I think that if they are sleeping on this, they shouldn't be. This is probably the next best iteration of water for Duel Links, as Diva is a combo in this deck too, because by herself she summons your little bear friend. Arm Dragon Thunder is what you get when you take the Chaz, make him Chazier again, and then Chaz it up so much that it becomes electrical voltage. Honestly though, the new boss monster is a really interesting card. The main thing is though that he is an interruption that is easily accessible by the archetype, so there is a good chance that this deck will break into the competitive scene, even if only at the rogue level. The D heroes have always been my favorite way to play heroes, all the way since Balance, Control, Anki heroes in 2018, and now they have an inherent interruption in D hero Dystopia. That's the opposite of Utopia, by the way. The new D hero skill also makes this incredibly easy to go into, so you don't have to worry too much about consistency. This deck is going to pop off, and it might even enter the rogue status again, if not tiered status. We are going to see just how far the deck can go. Crackdown being in this box is also great for free-to-play players. If you are free-to-play and want to go into this box 3 times, you'll actually get a decent amount of stuff, but you'll have the Crackdown itself at 3 copies, which is a fantastic staple to have, and you'll also have the whole Earth Arctic archetype and Arm Dragon Thunder archetype. I wouldn't say this is the best deck of all time for a free-to-play player, but I do think that it is a good investment if you are trying to build your staple collection, which should be the priority of all players, free-to-play or otherwise. If you've watched this channel for a little while, you might remember our Magistus Advanced Guide and seen just how much of a sleeper that deck is. I gotta tell you now, the deck is even better than it was before with Riliona's new Xyz form. They can cheat out Magistus cards from the deck onto the field, but as monsters, not as back row. Also, as an equip, this new Rilliona is kind of like a main phase Forbidden Chalice to help you grind through your opponent's interruptions while you are making your plays. Magistus really is making its way up, man. I honestly really believe in this deck, and I think that it could be a meta deck if built right. We at Team 6K are going to make advanced guides for every good deck in this box, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so we can show you just how much potential everything in here has. I'm honestly really pumped for this box, like I haven't been for a while. Not that every box hasn't been gassed, because the boxes really have all been amazing, but this one just really excites me for some reason. If you feel the same, if you're looking forward to our advanced guides on this box, be sure to slap like now. Leave a comment to tell us what you are looking forward to most about this box, and we'll see you later, guys. Have yourselves a good one, and this is Team 6K signing out.
I rock out, I'm leaning, I pop out, I'm streaming, no cop out, won't stop now, my Glock out, I'm scheming, I rock out, I'm leaning, I pop out, I'm streaming, no cop out, won't stop now, my Glock out, I'm scheming, I rock out, I'm leaning, I pop out, I'm streaming, no cop out, won't stop now, my Glock out, I'm scheming, I rock out, I'm leaning, I pop out, I'm streaming, no cop out, won't stop now, my Glock out, I'm scheming, ayy, no it ain't 2019, but this shit ain't changed, I've been here since day one.